Welcome back, or welcome if it's your first time. I am the EagleFan, and you have found EagleFan Watches. My main channel, I do music reactions. Here, I've changed it up to do non-music reactions. So far, I've been doing sports. I intend to expand out a little bit more, but I wanted to try one more highlight reaction. This is the next Phillies-Rangers game from today. I just hope the video's done a little bit better than the last one that I did. I hated the way that was done. That we wouldn't even see key plays and stuff. And you'd almost have to pause every at bat if you wanted to really size up what the scenario is. Not as good as what the NFL replays do. So let's try this one more time. If I am not satisfied with how this video looks, I might completely bypass MLB replays for a while. But let's see. Let's hope. Keep my fingers crossed. We'll hope. I don't necessarily trust that they would have done anything different, but let's find out. Let's go, Phillies.
Unfortunately for the Rangers, Jacob deGrom, who was supposed to start today, was scratched.
They're very hopeful that he will be able to start in Baltimore. They're looking at either Tuesday or Wednesday if all goes well. And he did say he feels like, given how he felt today, that that's a realistic possibility.
Jacob Latz is getting the start.
Aaronola in the short sleeves.
What would you expect?
Warming up out on the mound, 5-10 last year with an ERA of 6.01, certainly beyond all of his expectations, and hoping to find it this year.
Brandon Nimmo waiting to stand in.
1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch to Nimmo. Swing and a miss. He got him. Threw him a cutter. Kind of up in the zone, but he was able to get away with it.
So 2 gone, and here's Corey Seager.
Oh. There's a swing, and that ball driven high in the air out to right. It is gone! And Corey Seager blasts one out to right field to get the scoring started this afternoon. First long ball of the year for Seager. First, one would assume, of many, and the Rangers had their first lead of the season.
Here's Jake Burger. The 0-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go? He did. And Burger strikes out. A pair of Ks in the first for Nola, but the Rangers get on the board first.
Not a good
start. Corey Seager's
first
long ball of the season.
The guy on the mound, Jacob Latz, was told, you're starting today. And he had a good season last year. In his 33 games, he had 8 starts. He was 2-0 with a 2.84 ERA, 223 batting average against the Arsenal, 4-seam changeup, slider, and occasional curve.
And Trey Turner starts it off for the Phils, who trail.
3-2. And a swing and a miss. Latz gets his first strikeout.
Nice job by Latzy here. He goes back to the fastball challenge pitch, outer part of the plate.
That wasn't outer part of the plate. It was outside.
Homered in his first at-bat of the season on Thursday.
And a swing and a miss. He strikes out Schwarber.
And this one, great location again, down outer part of the plate.
Bryce Harper was 0 for 4 the other day.
Harper swings and blasts one high in the air, deep right center field. It's playable though. Carter ranges over toward right, almost collides with Nimmo, and the catch is made out there to retire the side.
Bad for
1, 2, 3 go the Phillies.
Nola loses the handle on both Peterson and Smith, and the Rangers up by a run have their first 2 men on here in the second with nobody out now for Josh Young.
Curveball bounced on the ground toward third. Bohm has it, steps on the bag. They get the lead runner.
Smart play right there by Alec not to risk making a throw across the infield.
Out to center field, Justin Crawford. He'll wait for it. Tagging at second base is Smith. He's not going to go as Crawford gets it in. There are 2 outs.
Chance for Nola to see his way out of this after 2 leadoff walks.
Fastball right down the chute. It is the 2-seamer.
He was looking for the break.
He was, and the inning is over.
Nola recovering the command there to get out of that frame after the 2 walks to start it off.
2 men are out. That'll bring up Adolis Garcia.
Off the end of the bat, popped up on the infield. This might be a treat. Everybody's converging. Burger, the first baseman, dropped the ball. And Garcia's on his way to second. He'll be there. He was hustling.
And you see Burger, once he started.
That was a good job by him to
step in there. You knew that thing was
pay enough attention to get the second.
That ball hit his bare hand. It didn't even hit his glove.
That wind just started howling.
So a runner in scoring position. Here's Marsh against Latz.
3-2. That's in there for a call. Third strike. Well-placed slider will take care of Marsh for the final out here in the bottom half of the second. It's the top third of the order here. Brandon Nimmo will get it going here against Aaron Nola.
Nimmo turned 33 years old yesterday. And he shoots out up the middle. That's a base hit. So Brandon aboard to begin the third inning. Great leadoff at bat.
It's his first hit of the season.
Wyatt Langford comes up.
And a swing and a blast. Center field and deep. Going back is Crawford nearing the angled wall. He leaps and he caught it.
Nice.
He caught it up against the State Farm sign. He'll fire it back in. Great grab by Justin Crawford at the wall.
Wow. Wow, that was tremendous. Tremendous catch.
Might be fun watching that kid play.
The padded part of the wall at the top of his full extension leap. One out. Here's Seager.
Runner goes. Breaking ball swung on and missed the throw to second. Not in time.
But Nimmo gets his first steal of the season. He had 13 of those with the Mets last year.
Here's Jake Burger.
And swings in. Ropes that one down the line. It is off the pole, and that is a two-run homer. Burger is homered in consecutive games, and the Rangers have a 3-0 lead in Philly.
And man, what a great sign to the start of the year for Jake Burger.
A couple of ground ball outs here in the bottom of the third. That turns over the lineup. Trey Turner coming up.
The 1-2. And that's in the air left field. Langford angling back, but should have plenty of room. He does.
Latz retires the side in order. Hasn't given up a hit through 3.
Josh Young, the hitter.
3-2. Here's the pitch. And that is a called third strike on the inside corner. And Nola picks up another strikeout. That's number 5.
Carter lined out to center his first time up.
All right, so here we go. Our ABS challenge. Evan thought that one missed. Very close.
Pitch to strike. Count is 1-2. Texas has one challenge remaining.
And he rips that one into right field, a base hit. So Evan Carter is on with a 2-out single.
That'll bring up Danny Jansen.
Swing and a miss. He got him. Well, the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. 4 innings for Aaron Nola.
There are 2 outs, and Alec Bohm is coming up next.
It's in the air, right field, hanging up a little bit. Carter coming across from center. Makes the catch to complete another 1-2-3 inning. Jacob Latz is dealing.
He has not allowed a hit. And
here's so far not as good as the
first to open the scoring in the first to drive to deep right center, and he lines one softly over the head of Alec Bohm here for an opposite field base hit. Another 2-hit game for Corey. He's 4 for 7 on the young season.
Jake Burger, the 2-run home run his last time up, and the 2-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. He got him looking. Nice. And Nola does record strikeout number 7 and keeps the Rangers off the board here in the 5th.
Bryson Stott leads it off.
3-0 pitch. That's up and in, ball 4. And he walks him on 4 pitches.
Okay. With Latz stretched out, he could maybe get to 75 pitches, but it looks like he's done at 68. As here comes the skipper, and it'll be Cole Winn.
The Phillies, who now have 2 outs.
Maybe that's good. They bring in a new pitcher.
Back toward the middle, just past the umpire, knocked down, but it's a base hit. The first of the game for the Phils.
Thank you for bringing in a new pitcher.
Kind of pulled an Elvis and just swiveled his hips.
All right, Crawford is grounded out.
The 3-2 pitch on the way, and it's high, ball 4. He walked it.
Nice.
He loads the bases up. Second walk of the inning for the Phils. We go back to the top of the order.
That's a fine at bat by that young man.
If Turner gaps one here, Crawford's got enough speed that the game would be tied up.
Here's the 0-2. And he got him swinging. Turner punches out.
And the Boo Birds are out in Philadelphia. No runs on a hit. 3 men left.
What a great start for some of these players here.
Board on a very softly hit ball up the middle.
Here's Josh Young.
That one's out towards second. That could be 2. There's 1. Turner with a little pirouette and a nice throw to first in time. A 4-6-3 double play.
And Tanner Banks with a couple of claps back at his middle infielders, completing the double play for him. No runs, 1 hit, nobody left.
Alvarado just 28 games last year.
And Evan Carter, the first man to face Alvarado.
Oh. That'll wake you up, 98.
Yeah, down at the old kneecap.
Hardest ball thrown today.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing at a foul tip into the mitt. The catcher, Real Muto, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Carter.
Ouch. Broke his bat. Out towards short. Caught in shallow left field by Trey Turner.
Okay, I'm going to pause for a second. I am confused as to how they pick what replays to even show. I mean, so far they've done a little bit better job than the first one that I saw, where they've at least kind of talked a little bit into things going on. Like, okay, they walked the first 2 batters or something like that, so you know there was a couple men on base. But I don't understand the replays of those 2 insignificant pitches before he popped out. That first, when I saw the first one, I'm like, oh, that must have been ball 4. I wasn't looking at the count. And then the next one I thought, oh, was that strike 3? No. Just a couple of pitches before that little liner. I don't understand. Anyway, let's keep going. Come on, Phils. It's early in the season, but the bats just aren't batting so far. Even in their first game that they won, they only had, it was really those 2 home runs. I mean, other than that, they didn't necessarily do a lot. So they need to kind of get going. Harper has been nothing so far. He has not lived up to his name. Turner hasn't really impressed yet so far, but it's only it's only game 2. It's only game 2. I think Harper stands out a little bit more to me because other than that home run that he had in the championship game and the WBC, every other time I watched him, he made an out, generally striking out. So I just wasn't happy with how he was doing so far. Anyway, let's get back. Let's see how they do from here. So far, a bad feeling.
That at bat by Carter. 0.
Well, the Rangers have 2 men on.
But now it's Josh Young's turn, and I feel like Josh really could use a positive moment here.
Okay, thankfully I heard the one guy say Rangers have 2 men. Nice.
And the inning is over. Great finish by Adolis Garcia to help out Tim Meza and keep this at a 3-run deficit. No runs, 1 hit, 2 men left, and a good jump by the Phillies right fielder.
There are 2 outs in the 9th. Bohm 0 for 3 today.
2 outs in the 9th.
With a home run on opening day.
Off the end
and nobody on.
Right center field. That's going to drop in for a hit. It's the second hit of the game. A little bit of a mock cheer.
Keeps a little bit of hope alive.
Hey, listen. They'll take 1 more base runner and the tying run coming to the plate.
And Sosa will become the first pinch hitter. The battle continues here between Robert Garcia and Edmundo Sosa, trying to get the tying run up to the plate.
And the pitch. And ball 4. And Edmundo tosses the bat aside and looks at his best friend, Adolis Garcia.
How much drama do you want in game 2 of the season?
And the Rangers don't have that true lockdown closer. Some talk they would use Chris Martin depending on the situation, and right now it's Martin. After Garcia allows 2 runners to reach, Adolis Garcia, the former Ranger, to face him.
Swung on, popped up. Over near first. Burger gets a second chance. Into foul territory, and he can't make the catch.
Oh!
For the second time today, Jake Burger has failed to catch a pop-up off the bat of Adolis Garcia. This one was foul, and the Phillies are not yet
That was a little bit of a
dead.
break.
The kick, the pitch, swung on, line down the left field line. If it's fair, it is fair, and it's in.
Nice.
Bohm is in to score. Sosa on his way to third. Garcia in at second with his first Phillies hit. It's an RBI double. It's 3-1 Texas. And Brandon Marsh will come
still
to
a
the plate
chance.
representing the winning run. Well, a base hit right here should get 2 home.
Yes. Line drive, base hit, it's
nice.
Center field. The Phillies are going to tie the game up here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Nice.
Brandon Marsh comes through. It's a 3-3 game.
Oh, the costliness of Jake Burger not making that catch in foul ground. He puts that away. Rangers win 3-0, but that error opens the door to all of these runs.
Well, the correct call for the Phillies as we go to the 10th inning at a tie ball game.
I guess they didn't do anything after that.
It is not a safe situation, but you're trying to save the offense for their chance at the bottom of the 10th inning.
The ghost runner, in this case, Brandon Nimmo, and the batter is Wyatt Langford. Looped into shallow right. This may fall, and it does. Nimmo hits the bag at third. Corey Ragsdale holding him up. But a little duck snort out into right, and the Rangers are in business here. Runners at first and
I
third.
figured that would have given them the lead.
Heads up the first baseline. Nimmo is in. And the Rangers play to run in the 10th inning. A wild pitch from Duran.
And Duran with back-to-back strikeouts.
And that will bring up Andrew McCutchen.
They just get the 1 run. That.
And that one is into the outfield base hit. Here comes Langford around third. Marsh up with it in short left. The throw gets away. Langford scores, and McCutchen out into second base. 5-3 Rangers.
Boy, just barely beyond the reach of Trey Turner. If Turner had been able to keep it on the infield, he would have prevented a run.
Well, that's a clutch hit by McCutchen to bring home the 2nd run.
Wow.
Well, that'll bring up Kyle Schwarber.
He's going to challenge it.
Big difference, 2-2 and 3-1.
That's a strike. So the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch, that's in there for a called 3rd strike. That pitch hit the bottom of the zone. A well-located changeup by Alexander.
It was the same pitch.
He might have needed to save that challenge for right there.
Broke his bat through the hole on the right side. A base hit. He
nice.
does have his first hit of the year. Real Muto will score. Over to third is Otto Kemp. And the Phillies are within 1.
Man, you got to love the fight in the Phils.
Big time.
Now you've got the tying run just 90 feet away. And here's Alec Bohm to bat. A little pop-up near second base. Seager's there. He's got it. Ball game over. Rangers win it 5-4 in 10 for their first W.
They put on a good shot at the end there. Put on a good show. They tried to come back. It obviously didn't work. This replay was a little bit better than the last one. The first one that I was watching, they were jumping around way too much. Here, at least they would introduce, in most places, a little bit to you. Like, the first 2 men got walked. Something like that. And have a little bit of an idea. There were still some times where it jumped, and it would have been nice to have seen a highlight. But, oh well. Hopefully they'll get better as they go. I might try one more to see if it can at least be like this. I could probably watch it as a highlight. If it was like the first day, no. That was way too confusing. But anyway, I'm going to stop complaining about that. I'm going to start complaining about the Phillies. Nah, it's only game 2. Still a long way to go. If they win tomorrow, I think they play tomorrow, then they win the series and they move forward. Just keep on working on winning the series as you go, and you'll be in the playoffs. So, long way to go. Personally, and when I start up my gaming channel, one of the things I'm going to do will be a baseball simulation game where I'm actually going to set up baseball the way I would like it to be set up. I think there's way too many games. 162. That's just insane. so many games throughout the summer that you just don't, as a fan, you don't really care about. I mean, even I was a big baseball fan back when I was growing up. Still, there gets to be a point in the middle of the summer where you're just like, okay, they're doing okay, enough already. And that's kind of what I like about the football season. It's fewer games. Every game is that much more important. So I would like to see him add some sort of a promotion relegation, which is what will be in my game that I play on my gaming channel once I start that. It's going to be a promotion relegation. I think 16 teams at the higher level. And all just in one league, one division. Play 6 games against each of the other 15 teams. That will be 90 games. Still a lot of games. But you're going to have a 3-game series home, 3-game series away throughout the year. And only play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you change the roster up. You're always going to have one of your best 3 pitchers pitching, so you're going to get better players playing all the time. You're not going to need all of these rest days for people. And you're going to get better baseball. And every game is going to mean that much more. Especially in this proposal, the team with the best record at the end will be named the league champion. Kind of like an EPL thing. Maybe have some other tournaments or something going on where you can add some other, like a playoff type environment. But also, worst team in the league, demoted down to the prior level. Best team from that level moves up. So on and so forth down the line. Just to make it a little bit more fun. A little more stake. Then you've got your bottom teams are not going to be tanking it to get better draft picks. Because the other thing I'm adding is get rid of the draft. Just sign players. Whichever team they can sign with. Or would like to sign with. Or wants to sign them. And this way, you don't have any tanking. And teams that are potentially hopelessly out of the run for the title will still be playing to avoid being relegated. So now, for that final weekend series, maybe you got a couple teams that are right near the bottom. Games that would have been entirely meaningless before now mean something. And also would then be cool to then see your other teams from the other leagues winning and then moving up. Just kind of seeing how the landscape of the league changes then. I think that would be cool. You're still going to have, yes, you're going to have your haves and your have-nots. But generally your haves are going to be in the major league level. And you'll filter down from there. So it'll be similar to what you're seeing now, where you're going to see a lot of the same teams. But you're also not going to have right now you got 30 teams, and there's probably at least 10 teams you can name going into every season that just don't have a chance. And now those 10 teams will be down in the lower league and see what they can do from there. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've been rambling. Thank you for joining me. Let's go, Phils. And let's see what else I watch from here. I'm going to be doing some movies and some TV shows. I've just got to figure out a pattern for it. So thank you again. Until next time, everybody. Take care. And keep your eyes to the sky or all around, because you never know what you might miss if you're just staring at your phone. Take care, everybody.